In this video we are going to see about things you should not do in different countries. Before we start the video, don't forget to subscribe. 1. Japan. Avoid tipping, as it can be considered rude. Also, refrain from blowing your nose in public. 2. India. Avoid public displays of affection, especially in more conservative areas. It's also important to dress modestly, particularly when visiting religious sites. 3. Russia. Refrain from discussing politics unless you have a good understanding of the situation and the person you're talking to. Avoid using your index finger to point at someone or something, as it can be seen as impolite. 4. Saudi Arabia. Publicly consuming alcohol or pork is strictly prohibited due to Islamic laws. It's also important to dress modestly, particularly for women, and to respect local customs and religious practices. 5. Brazil. Avoid wearing expensive jewelry or displaying valuable items in public, as it can attract unwanted attention. Be cautious in certain areas known for high crime rates, particularly in major cities. 6. South Korea. Avoid addressing people solely by their first name. Instead, use their title or last name with an appropriate honorific. Refrain from sticking chopsticks upright in your rice, as it resembles a funeral ritual. 7. France. Avoid speaking loudly in public spaces, as it can be considered impolite. It's also important to greet people with a polite bonjour or bonsoir before initiating a conversation. 8. China. Avoid discussing sensitive topics such as politics, Tibet, or Taiwan. It's also considered impolite to finish all the food on your plate, as it may imply that you were not given enough to eat. 9. Australia. Avoid underestimating the distance between destinations when planning your travels, as Australia is a vast country. Also, avoid touching or standing on coral reefs while snorkeling or diving in the Great Barrier Reef. 10. Thailand. Avoid disrespecting the royal family, as it is a serious offense. Refrain from touching someone's head, as it is considered sacred, and remove your shoes when entering temples or homes. 11. United Arab Emirates. Avoid public displays of affection, including holding hands, hugging, or kissing in public. It's also important to dress modestly, especially in more conservative areas. 12. Italy. Avoid entering churches or other religious sites wearing revealing clothing. It's also considered impolite to sit on the steps or monuments of historical sites. 13. Mexico. Avoid drinking tap water and consuming street food that may not be properly cooked or prepared. Be cautious when hailing taxis and use authorized services or official taxi stands. 14. United Kingdom. Avoid jumping the queue, line, as it is considered rude. Refrain from addressing people by their first names unless given permission to do so, especially in formal settings. 15. Canada. Avoid littering in public spaces, as Canadians have a strong commitment to environmental conservation. Refrain from stereotyping or making assumptions about Canadians based on regional differences. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and comment your country name. Love you all.